Mr. Terry, it was during this time that, when you worked for The Tonight Show,
Yeah.
that you acquired the nickname Mumbles.
Mm-hmm.
Please tell us how you got that name.
Okay. Mumbles came about through the medium of a little incident that happened in St. Louis, my hometown. There were several incidents simultaneously. Like this music sort of took on. I was on a record date one time with Oscar Peterson, and it was Oscar on piano, Ray Brown, and Ed Thigpen. So it was called Oscar Peterson Trio Plus One, and I was the one. So when they we finished the date, because when you record with Oscar, you just do what you have to do and get it over with, you know, and you don't have no second and third takes, so you just do it. So as a result, we finished in record time. They had all this time left, so I said, "Hey, O.B., can you do a little favor for me? Just play some blues, and I'm going to sing some blues that I want to use to play while people are not paying attention, and see how quickly it grabs their attention, that there's no words actually being sung about." So he said, "Okay." So they put me in a booth, a singer's booth, and said, "Okay." They kicked it off, and we started even and I started saying, sort of speaking unintelligently. And it came about through the medium of these clubs in St. Louis, which had upright pianos. Each one of them had an upright piano, the top of which was triply laminated to withstand several stands of beer, because that was part of the piano player's salary. You got a big tin of beer. If you got about 10 of them sitting on the stand, that's his salary for the night. He can drink beer all night long and play the piano. So people would come in and ask him, would you play so-and-so and so-and-so? He'd say, yeah, kick it off. What? He didn't even ask about the key or the tempo. You just start singing. Because 9 times out of 10, they weren't singers anyhow, but they just wanted to say how they felt about the eggs in the morning, or how they felt when they went to bed last night. So some guy brings them a big bucket of beer, and he starts into the bling bling ding 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 ding, and he starts singing, "I got the eggs in the morning." And after he got through uttering those first few words, it was highly unintelligible as to what he was talking about, and it didn't matter as long as the sawdust on the floor was bouncing, and the earlobes were tilted, as Ellington would say, and the hand clapping, the foot patting, and then the beautiful sounds and the frivolity and the merriment that exuded throughout the room. It was the most important thing. So that's what the thing was built on. So when we got with the Oscar group recording it, and I said, "You know, the Maryland," and I looked on the floor, and Oscar was laying there laughing like crazy. So he got up and said, stop it, we got to do it all over again." So then we did it, the whole thing. It was that's the only organization there was to it at that particular part. Except that when we finished,
yes, go ahead.
Except that when we finished it, I said, "I got another version." He said, "Well, let's put it in."
And it became a big hit.
And that was the slow one called Incoherent Blues.
Incoherent Blues.
Yeah.
But Mumbles became a big hit for you.
I didn't quite understand.
Mumbles became a big hit.
Yes, it did.
After you recorded it, it became a big hit for you.
Yeah.
And did people want you to do this on The Tonight Show?
All
with
the
the band
time.
all the time? Yes. Yeah. How would you describe your Mumbles version? How would you compare the Mumbles way of singing to scat singing? I mean, what is the definition of scat singing?
It's more or less the same thing, except that in scat singing you're using only syllables and sounds, whereas in mumbles you're using fake words, imitation, like "Ingwal the Babylon the Weaver the Ginglegal," you know, the Ginglegal, and I say, "Oh, the hornscomb was on the flibberdown." But what is a flibberdown? What is a hornscomb?
So much fun, though. The humor in it is such a most important part of it.
Some cat told me, said, "You practice all your life on a horn, and nothing happens. As soon as you make one silly song, the door's open."
Isn't that the truth?
It is true.
Mr. Terry, how would you describe yourself?
Well, I would say I'm
Okay.
sometimes